It's Fast in the Morning. We are backstage here, American Airlines Arena. Tyler, Josh, welcome back to Dallas, Fort Worth. Congratulations on everything, all the big things you have going on.
Thank you.
Can I just ask what kind of emotions you feel when you know that there are fans that literally sleep outside 24 hours, 36 hours before your show?
I mean, first off, we're concerned for their safety. Man, that would be terrifying. And I hope they're, like, eating and drinking water and staying hydrated. No, it's really cool. The line outside, it's kind of turned into a community, you know, an experience before the show that hopefully people walk away with and remember more than just the show. So, and that's something they just started doing, and we think that's just the coolest thing.
It is pretty awesome. Don't forget that hydration of utmost importance.
Yeah.
You guys are grinding literally day after day, a different city. I got to ask you, say that you wake up just having an off day. How do you get yourself up? How do you get hyped to just put on an awesome show night after night after night?
Well, luckily we're on different cycles of sadness. So when I'm sad, he'll come and just like give me a big old hug. And then when he's sad, he doesn't love to be hugged as much. So I'll bring him like a Red Bull, and that's like the equivalent of being embraced. So that's usually how we like, you know, get each other back in the groove. But no, that's a good question. I don't know. I think luckily we love playing music, and this is kind of something that we've dreamed of for a really long time, and so now I think we both are able to kind of like zoom out and look at the perspective of where we are now and where we used to be, and if there is an off day, then it's just like, hey man, you know, 5-6 years ago, this is what this was our ultimate dream, and I think that kind of snaps us back into kind of an excitement.
Speaking of that dream, you got that Grammy. Congratulations, you guys. I am so happy for you, especially fellow Ohio dudes. I love that story. My brother's in Columbus right now.
Awesome.
Actually. Let's talk about the underwear situation. Was there a split second when they announced your name that you're like, okay, are we really going to do this? Like, what went through your mind?
I mean, I was super nervous. We've never been to the Grammys, and I think that like we both talked about it kind of for a while before leading up to it, and then got some advice from kind of like some family and friends, and we're like, what do we do? But because we've never been there, it's such a it's a formal event, and we didn't know if people would kind of look at it as like a disrespectful thing, or like we were trying to be like super punk rock about it, which we were. But it was a weird feeling for sure. It was kind of like an adrenaline rush.
Was it a little drafty?
Yeah, it was freezing in there.
At what point did you finally get your pants back? Did somebody who scooped your pants up and gave them back to you?
That was the logistic part that we had to figure out, because you know, when they were announcing it, we already had our shoes off and stuff, because we don't want to like make that part of the timeline. You know, we want to get that out of the way.
Prepped it. You were ready.
So I mean, if we would have lost, we would have sat there and like with our shoes off, like clapping for whoever won, which would have been a very humbling moment. And belts. Our belts were off too. So we were ready to go, and then right before it, I was like, wait, hold on. If we leave our pants in our seats, like we walk backstage, and then there's probably press or something, and we'll have to walk around with our pants off. What do we do? And so we decided to walk up there with our pants in our hands and just drop them at our feet. And then when we were done, we picked them up and walked out. And so that was a smart move. We didn't stay backstage too long, but that's just us thinking ahead, you know?
Yeah, preparation.
That's what you got to do these days.
Boys and girls.
Got to think ahead.
Tyler, Josh, how do you feel about being in Dallas February 22nd after winning your first ever Grammys, after being at your first ever Grammys?
I mean, Dallas is always one of our favorite places to play music. We've been coming here for a few years now, and just watching it grow with each venue, you know, and the amount of people coming out to the show. It's always a fun experience. I got some family in town too, so it's fun to. They don't live here, but they flew into town, so it's exciting when people that you know come to a show, because we love putting a show on for the fans, but there's that kind of extra added pressure when there's people there that you know have known you your whole life. So
we've been following you for a long, long time, and we are so happy, honestly, for your success. Congratulations, and thank you for stopping by Fast in the Morning.
# 2 friends.
3 friends.
3 friends.
Aww.
Thank you, guys.
To see more of this, subscribe here.